Part 104. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 1031. In the face of a quasi-sage powerhouse, the power of the melon-eating masses is gradually retreating. They don't care about the opinion of a Chinchiancan City Guard Corps commander, but this one is too powerful. It is impossible for them to remain calm and composed. It can even be said that whenever there is an accident, it will completely collapse. Quasi-saint, still very convincing. Fang Fan hugged Chen Tianqi, looked at the white-robed old man in front of him, and stepped back subconsciously. This is obviously a big deal. What's more, even the quasi-sanctuary has ended. The old man in white robe, Bai Yifeng, saw Fang Fan's left hand was holding his eldest princess Chen Tianqi, and his right hand was rubbing the little princess' small head, and he suddenly became angry. This is Her Royal Highness the Princess of the Chen Tian clan. On weekdays, even the lord of the city would be reluctant to beat and scold him. This bastard in front of him actually wants to sit back and enjoy himself. You must know that these two little princesses were brought up by him. In the heart of the white-robed old man, he had already regarded these two princesses as his granddaughters. Now that you see your granddaughter in this state, can you bear it? You bastard! Let go of Her Royal Highness. The power of the field. Swoosh swish. Snowflakes began to float in the surrounding world within a few dozen meters. Fang Fan subconsciously shook his body. He actually felt some coldness. The doorway inside was obviously a bit big. On the other side, Galen and the others had their scalps numb from the cold, especially the snowflakes floating in the air seemed to have a powerful power that could erode everyone's body and mind. Everyone's eyes tightened for a while, and the sound of inhalation gradually became real. What is this operation? Fang Fan's eyes drooped secretly. Is this the power of a quasi-sage? Domain power? Really so strong? Before the person arrives, the enemy's combat power has been reduced to the extreme. Seeing the attack of the white-robed old man getting closer, Fang Fan's expression changed and he hurriedly avoided. It's just that his speed is too slow in front of a quasi-saint powerhouse. On the side, Garen and the others rushed to the rescue at full speed, but these terrifying snowflakes suddenly gathered together, forming a snow wall, blocking his way. Only Fang Fan can travel freely. Everyone was shocked. If he was stabbed by this white-robed old man with a sword, Fang Fan would definitely die. Quasi-saint powerhouse, so terrifying. Maid, enter the heavenly storage pavilion. Just when Fang Fan was about to enter the small world of Shushan Pavilion to avoid a wave, suddenly two figures, one big and one small, were directly protecting Fang Fan. Grandpa Bai! Don't hurt him! Grandpa Bai! Don't hurt brother Fang Fan! These two figures are naturally the sisters Chen Tianqi and Chen Tianshan. At this moment, they are guarding Fang Fan with a solemn face, forming a line of defense with their delicate bodies. The face of the white-robed old man who was originally angry suddenly turned down, turning into a look of endless fear. If this sword stabbed the two princesses, then he will not be blamed for his death. Change. At a critical moment, the white-robed old man hurriedly turned the long sword aside. Puff. In the middle of the journey, the white-robed old man could not help but spit out a mouthful of blood, and suddenly stopped the attack, hurting his internal organs. In this case, he could only admit that he was unlucky. Your Highnesses, the two princesses, what are you doing? Why are you protecting this bastard? The white-robed old man wiped the blood from the corner of his mouth, showing a helpless look on his face. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 1032. This operation, he can't understand. Of course, from the heart, cannot understand. Grandpa Bai! I don't allow you to hurt brother Fang Fan. Brother Fang Fan is a good person. Chen Tianshan raised her head arrogantly, while talking, and hugged Fang Fan's arm tightly. As for Chen Tianji, she opened her mouth and was finally speechless. She didn't know what to say to herself. Can she say she was nervous just now? Are you afraid that Fang Fan will be killed by Grandpa Bai? Is it possible to express the truest feeling in this heart? Today's biggest turning point. The two princesses of the Chen Tian family are all guarding Fang Fan in that luminous galaxy. I'm going. I was scared to death just now. I thought that Fang Fan was going to die this time. Who knew there would be another wave of God's turning points? Mad, if it continued for such a few waves, my little heart would be blown away. I can't stand it. Hee hee. How do you think I can stand it? A wave of accidents followed, who knows what's going on? Stabilize your mind, don't waver. Hoo, what's more, you can't stabilize. I wipe? Scared. The two princesses from the Chen Tian clan will not be convinced by the big brother Fang Fan, right? The little princess called out to big brother Fang Fan. Although the eldest princess didn't say anything, she was wearing a suit of men's clothes. Rescue operation. Brother, you found a blind spot. 666. 26. Convinced. I am so convinced. So, how will the situation play out next? Haha, there is a high probability of a complete turnaround. Take it easy, don't go up there and die, everyone is an allied army. Steady and steady. Why do I feel like this is so dramatic in the end? Who can tell me if this is just my delusion? Brother. That's not an illusion, it's true. Hey, who would have thought that such a big guy could appear among us? Kneel. Looking at Chen Tianji and Chen Tianshan, who were fully protecting him in front of him, Fang Fan opened his mouth and temporarily gave up and retreated to the small world of Shushan Pavilion. In fact, Shan'er came to protect her. Fang Fan was not surprised at all, and even felt quite normal. After all, there is such a tacit understanding between each other. Fang Fan treats Xiao Shan'er as a younger sister, and Xiao Shan'er also regards him as a brother. Xiao Shan'er has a simple mind, she can feel Fang Fan's kindness to her, and Fang Fan has indeed saved her once before, so, the relationship between them will naturally be better. As for Chen Tianji, it is actually the biggest bug. There was only grudge between them at first. Later, Fang Fan took her to the Shushan Pavilion world and gave her a hard lesson. He couldn't stop trying to stimulate her natural charm. In the end, Chen Tianji was like a different person, and actually called Fang Fan directly Lord, and perform various indecent actions. In the end, confused, the two had a certain relationship. Of course, this relationship is simply a do marriage. Emotion. Is there such a thing? Fang Fan felt that Chen Tianji would most likely kill him after he came out. After all, this kind of thing is really not very glorious. But then Chen Tianji's actions and subconscious reactions completely overturned Fang Fan's previous predictions. She actually came over to protect him, just like Xiao Shan'er. Chen Tianji, who is wearing a men's mink coat, looks a little lost, but has a wild beauty. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 1033. Little Princess Shan'er. You are young and ignorant of the world. You must have been deceived by this bad boy. I heard just now that this bastard dared to slap Princess Shi, and, even made some humiliating actions. No matter what, this old slave will avenge Princess Shi. Little Princess Shan'er, you step aside first. The white-robed old man quickly pulled Chen Tianshan aside. Although Chen Tianji tried his best to stop him, he was obviously doing nothing. The white-robed old man in front of him was, after all, a quasi-saint powerhouse. Princess Shi, this old slave is going to avenge you. The white-robed old man picked up the long sword in his hand, ready to start again. At this moment, Chen Tianqi, who was in a trance, seemed to have woken up suddenly, and quickly stood in front of Fang Fan, with his hands on Fang Fan's waist, as if he was protecting a calf. Grandpa Bai, no. You can't kill him. No. Chen Tianqi shook his head one after another, with an excited look on his face. Princess Shi, are you threatened by this bastard? Tell me, I'll take care of him for you. In my domain world, he doesn't dare to do anything to you. You don't need to care about his threats at all. The white-robed old man on the side hurriedly explained, as if he was afraid that Chen Tianqi would not understand. Chen Tianqi shook his head silently, with a tangled look on his face. No. He didn't threaten me, I just didn't want him to die. Anyway, Grandpa Bai, you can't hurt him. Chen Tianqi raised his head stubbornly, and then said solemnly. The white-robed old man was instantly stunned. What is this operation? How can he not understand? There has to be a reason, right? Princess Shi, I think you said that because you were threatened today, I will help you get rid of this guy's threat now. As the white-robed old man spoke, he wanted to pull Chen Tianqi away like Chen Tianshan. Grandpa Bai. I said it. Don't hurt him. After all, Chen Tianqi is still the 6-star emperor, and he can continue to stalemate for a while. The white-robed old man smiled wryly. What happened to this today? First, the little Princess Shan'er was desperately trying to protect the bastard in front of her, and now the biggest sufferer, Princess Shi, is still like this. How could he not understand this situation? Is it because he is old, or does this kid really have some tricks to deceive people? Looking at it this way, he has become a villain? Princess Shi, please forgive the disrespect of the old slave. If you can't come up with a suitable reason today, this bastard must be punished. The white-robed old man said loudly. Things have come to this point, and simply retreating is obviously not effective. Seeing that the sword in the hands of the white-robed old man has arrived again, Chen Tianqi's face couldn't help showing a panicked look. She gritted her teeth, a determined look on her face. He is the consort of my Chen Tian clan. Boom. When this statement came out, everyone was shocked. The consort of the Chen Tian clan? What is happening? I'm getting more and more incomprehensible. Brother. Did I hear it wrong? What's wrong with my ears? Brother, I feel the same with you now, but the truth is, we really heard it right. If it came from someone else's mouth, it could be said to be a rumor, but the one in front of her is Her Royal Highness the Princess of the Chen Tian clan. Could it be, Fang Fan is so terrifying. This is to gain people and hearts? Both mind and body. Divine system of the strongest card supplier in the end times, Doomsday strongest card supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 1034. A look of envy appeared on the faces of the melon-eating crowd. I thought Fang Fan would definitely die this time. After all, the quasi-sage powerhouses of the Chen Tian clan have already taken action. But the end result surprised him again and again. And this kind of operation? Injuring the princess of the Chen Tian clan first? Slap again? Wave after wave of follow-up operations. It even disappeared for 10 minutes inexplicably. Although everyone had never seen what happened in these 10 minutes, the Chen Tian princess walking posture and the men's mink coat she was wearing could also be guessed. Something to come. Shocking, for sure. Jealousy is also normal. This is a situation that many men dream of. In the mouth, ethics and morality have been said a lot, but in fact, to put it bluntly, I just want to. There is nothing wrong with this kind of thinking and thinking. Well, most people are like that. The old man in white robe, Bai Yifeng, trembled slightly. He couldn't believe that this came from the mouth of Her Royal Highness Princess Shi. What an arrogant person, Princess Shi, at this moment, to actually say such a thing. Who can resist this? And, how could the princess of the Chentian clan just recruit a consort? The eyes of the white-robed old man looked at Fang Fan and Chen Tianqi. At this time, he suddenly noticed the black mink coat on Chen Tianqi. This mink coat definitely doesn't belong to Her Royal Highness. Hi, if it's not Her Royal Highness, then, whose is that? The white-robed old man secretly speculated in his heart, and his eyes instantly became extremely sharp. He thought of a terrifying possibility. This may have given him a tingling sensation in his scalp. This isn't true. The white-robed old man was still silently hypnotizing himself. But he also knew that some things didn't happen unless he didn't want to believe them. Thinking of the extremely angry appearance of the city owner when he learned about this, the white-robed old man couldn't help but have a headache. Princess Shi, yes, did this bastard bully you? You tell the old slave will cut him into 8 pieces now. The white-robed old man gritted his teeth, as if he could not wait to devour Fang Fan's flesh and blood now. Being stared at by a quasi-sage powerhouse like this, Fang Fan still felt a bit awkward. Grandpa Bai? Don't ask. Anyway, this matter has nothing to do with him. I want it myself. I forced him. After Chen Tianqi finished saying these words, his entire face had completely turned crimson, as if he was drunk. The voice of Chen Tianqi's words is not very loud, but the people who eat melons have been listening intently. At this moment, when they hear the news, their eyes are bright and they are very excited. Damn it! I heard it right? What did the princess of the Chentian clan say just now? She said she took the initiative. Hey, this big boss Fang Fan is not an ordinary bully. What method did he use to make the princess of the Chentian clan so obedient in such a short period of time? Hey! Jealousy. Too jealous. I want to worship Fang Fan as my teacher, too much. I'm convinced. I'm really convinced. I don't know how 666 came out. Ha ha ha. Brother. You are not alone. This big boss Fang Fan seems to have come from the luminous sun galaxy, right? This can be regarded as a wave. Dragon Royal 9 Heavens. Carp leaps over the dragon gate. Become the consort of the Chentian clan, and the future is boundless. Divine system of the strongest card supplier in the end times, Doomsday strongest card supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 1035. There were waves of jealousy, and Fang Fan's face showed a calm look. It's a big deal, it's all over the city. However, these words of Chen Tianqi made Fang Fan feel more or less. If Chen Tianqi wanted to kill Fang Fan just now, he just had to stand there silently, and the white-robed old man in front of him would definitely kill Fang Fan in anger. And Chen Tianqi didn't do this, but has been trying his best to maintain it. Even if it is discussed by everyone, it is still the same. Thanks. Fang Fan leaned over and said silently in Chen Tianqi's ear. In fact, he could indeed fall directly into the Shushan pavilion just now, but if he did so, he could indeed save his life. But what about Galen and the others? What about Ziling and the others? And Xiao Xiao, Yun Yun? It was impossible for Fang Fan to bring them into the Heaven Storage Pavilion in an instant. If there is any accident in the middle, Fang Fan will definitely regret it. Now Chen Tianqi stood up to speak for him and defend him, but these factors were completely eliminated. Feeling Fang Fan's breathing in his ears, Chen Tianqi couldn't help biting his lips and nodded subconsciously. Immediately, he leaned his body against Fang Fan unnaturally. I don't know why, leaning on Fang Fan, she will feel very safe, very comfortable, very satisfied. Chen Tianqi hurriedly shook her head. She felt that she was ill, and now there are always these messy images in her mind. What a shame. Feeling Chen Tianqi's body slowly leaning over, Fang Fan was going to avoid it directly. But thinking of the many performances of Chen Tianqi just now, Fang Fan sighed softly, stretched out his hands silently, supported Chen Tianqi's waist, and then supported him. Fang Fan felt nothing in this posture. But to outsiders, it's too close. Especially this white-robed old man from the Chen Tian clan by Yifeng. The white-robed old man had a bitter look on his face. What kind of evil did he do? According to this trend, is it really possible for this bastard to become the consort of the Chen Tian clan? At this time, if he really slaps him to death, Princess Shi still doesn't know how to blame himself in the future. Ugh. The white-robed old man waved his hand, too lazy to care anymore. Liao Ping. The white-robed old man called out indifferently. On the side, Liao Ping, the commander of the 1st Army Corps of Qinjiancan City Guards, hurried over and ran. The cold sweat on his face was still dripping down. It's a test of endurance here. There were too many twists and turns, irritating his heart again and again. Now, even the head of the white robe is here. It just looks like things are still so bad. The person who held Her Royal Highness hostage before, has now become Her Highness's favorite. God has taken too many turns, and he can no longer pay attention to it. Master Chief, you have anything to tell me? Liao Ping took a breath and forced himself to calm down. Although the white-robed chief in front of him is not his immediate boss, he is not even in the Qinjiancan City Guard system. But Liao Ping did not dare to be slighted. It can be said that even if the strongest commander of the Chentian City Guards came, he would have to give the white-robed old man 3 points of face. Not to mention his legion commander. Let your people clear the way and welcome the return of Her Royal Highness the Princess. Also, dispatch all the surrounding onlookers. And warn them not to go out and talk about it casually. Anyone who dares to maliciously slander the Chen Tianzu will be shot. The white-robed old man glanced around with his vicious eyes, and then said indifferently. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 1036. Faced with the request of the white-robed old man, Liao Ping, the commander of the 1st Army Corps of the Qinjiancan City Guards, dared to hesitate, and did so immediately. The scene, once again fell into a sensation. After all, such a large-scale clearing will more or less be resisted by some people. However, in the face of such a behemoth as the Chen Tian clan, even if they want to resist, what can they do? To put it bluntly, in the end, I could only swear in my heart and walk away. Princess Shi, Princess Shan. Please go back to the city. The white-robed old man made a gesture of invitation in front of him. Chen Tianqi and Chen Tianshan looked at each other, and then each flocked around Fang Fan, occasionally glancing at the white-robed old man vigilantly, as if they were afraid that he would suddenly launch an attack. The old man in the white robe gave a wry smile. What's going on? Instead, he has become a target to watch out for. Everyone entered directly from the gate of Chentian City without any obstruction. Behind Fang Fan, Zi Ling Snake Charm and others have been following along. After entering the city, everyone still has an unreal feeling. It's too weird today. It is no exaggeration to say that there are twists and turns. Palace Master Fang Fan, next, where should we go? Gu Neng, the pavilion master of Chasing Soul Pavilion, came up and couldn't help asking softly. As he spoke, he couldn't help but glanced around a few times, with a look of hesitation on his face. For an 8th rank power master, everything that happened in front of him exceeded his tolerance limit. It's normal to have this kind of unease inside. Where? Isn't it going to participate in the battle for the 7th rank forces? Fang Fan shrugged, wasn't this the plan that was made before? What? You chasing Seoul Pavilion don't want to be promoted to the 7th rank power? Fang Fan immediately asked a question. Gu Neng's face froze. Of course, he hopes that Seoul Chasing Pavilion can rise to become a 7th rank force. But is it really necessary now? Gu Neng looked at Fang Fan, and then looked at the two princesses of the Chentian clan who were surrounded by Fang Fan. This is all to enjoy the blessings of the people of the whole family. I will soon become the double consort of the Chentian clan. Is there any intention to participate in the battle for the 7th rank power? Compared with such a huge creature like the Chentian clan, what is the 7th rank power? There is a huge difference between the two. One is the only 3rd rank force in Chinchinyu, and the other is only promoted from the 8th rank force to the 7th rank even if it successfully gets the quota. Whether it is a 7th rank force or an 8th rank force, in front of a truly powerful force, can it be considered a complexion? He. Pavilion Master Gu Neng, he is now the consort of the Chentian clan. He has complemented the powerful Chentian clan. Naturally, we don't look down on us. Our Xiling Palace is willing to advance and retreat with the Seoul Chasing Pavilion and participate together. The battle of the 7th rank forces. Don't bother our concubine with such trivial matters. Every sentence in Ziling's words was thorny, and it felt like it was piercing his ears. Hearing what Xiling said, Yunyun on the side was also excited. Palace Master Xiling, please allow me and my sister Yun Xiaoxiao to join your Xiling Palace. The bastards stay together. Yun Xiaoxiao suddenly panicked. Sister, I don't want to leave Brother Fan. How can you say that Brother Fan is an asshole? Brother Fan is very good. A group of women started the crusade against Fang Fan. Still Xiaoxiao is the most assertive. Fang Fan rubbed Xiaoxiao's little head. Brother Fang Fan didn't hurt you in vain on weekdays. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 1037. Are you thinking a little too much? Fang Fan pouted and looked at Ziling and the others. One by one, they were so indignant, not just for him. A woman's heart, a needle under the sea. Sometimes Fang Fan really doesn't understand. Maybe a word is missed, and a war will start. The purpose of our trip is to win the quota of the 7th rank power and enter the secret realm of Chentian. In any case, this purpose will not change. Fang Fan said frankly that he has the absolute right to speak in this matter. That's fine. Palace Master Fang Fan, we still have to rely on you to lead us to the Soul Chasing Pavilion. Gu Neng, the Pavilion Master of Chasing Soul Pavilion, said with a smile. It's up to him, he really doesn't have the confidence to lead the Chasing Soul Pavilion to successfully get the 7th rank power quota. Saying 1,000, saying 10,000, the quota for the 7th rank power is not a Chinese cabbage, and it can be given freely. Brother Fang Fan, don't you want to be the concubine of our Chentian clan? Why don't you go back with us? I can see that my sister likes you very much, and Shanner also likes you. Chen Tianshan blinked her cute big eyes and said while pulling Fang Fan's sleeve. Shanner's remarks directly opened the topic. Fang Fan's eyes glanced at Chen Tianchi, who was restless beside him. With this woman's complex emotions, Fang Fan's scalp was numb for a while. As far as letting him go on the battlefield to kill the enemy, he has no problem at all. But such emotional disputes are usually the most complicated. Fang Fan opened his mouth and wanted to say something, but Chen Tianchi already said it first. Do you want? When Chen Tianchi said something nonsensical, Fang Fan looked even more stunned. Think? What? Fang Fan shrugged and asked. It's, if the Chentian clan really wants to recruit a concubine, will you come? Chen Tianqi's lips trembled slightly, and the sound of inhalation seemed extraordinarily real. As he spoke, his body trembled involuntarily. This is almost the most direct expression. To put it more clearly, it is probably, "Are you willing to be my concubine?" Fang Fan lowered his head in thought. This question may seem simple, but it is actually the most profound. You should know that I can't be confined to a certain place. I have my own family business, my own power, and my own pursuit. So. Fang Fan shrugged and explained. The Chentian clan is indeed a very powerful force. But for Fang Fan, the attraction is actually just average. At least, he wasn't too delusional. He is confident enough that in the future, the palace of the emperor will grow into an existence that is comparable to the Chentian clan or even stronger than it. Let Fang Fan go to the Chentian clan to be the concubine, to be the son-in-law of the door. Let him abandon everything including the palace of the emperor. He can't do it, and it's impossible to do it. I know. You really are different from those men. I don't regret knowing you. Chen Tianqi bit her lip tightly, but her show of love was rejected. As a woman, there are many feelings in my heart. But at the moment I don't know why everything became silent. Fang Fan and Chen Tianqi looked at each other, and in full view, Chen Tianqi jumped directly into Fang Fan's arms, and then bit Fang Fan's neck viciously. Hiss. Fang Fan couldn't help but take a deep breath. This woman, a bit ruthless. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 1038. If it hadn't been clear that Chen Tianqi didn't want to persecute him, Fang Fan might have subconsciously pulled out the law pistol and fired a shot. This mad bite lasted for about a minute. When Chen Tianqi left Fang Fan's arms, his eyes were full of determination. If someone dares to kill you in Chentian City, I will kill him. You, only this princess can kill. Chen Tianqi wiped the blood from the corner of his mouth, and couldn't help showing a wry smile on his face, and then fluttered away with Chen Tianshan. All that was left was the deep tooth mark on Fang Fan's neck. What's wrong with this woman? Why do you still like to bite people? Fang Fan pouted. If it weren't for his rough skin and thick flesh, he might have been cold when he was bitten by the neck just now. Just as Fang Fan was complaining, Yun Yun suddenly came over, grabbed his left arm and bit down hard. Fang Fan was stunned for a moment. I'll rub it? What's wrong with these women today? Go crazy together, right? Before Fang Fan could say anything, Zi Ling suddenly grabbed his right arm and bit him down. Fang Fan looked at the sky speechlessly. That's all? That's it? The good woman is gentle as water? Fang Fan's eyes glanced around, and the guys from Galen actually laughed together. Fang Fan held his forehead helplessly. Life is too sad. Palace Master Fang Fan is so beautiful. Sima Xiang, the deputy head of the Big Dipper sect on the side, said with a smile. Gu Neng, the pavilion master of Chasing Soul Pavilion, couldn't help but show an envious smile. Surrounded by all the beauty, this is the dream of many men. Fang Fan complained for a while. How do you guys feel? This is also called Yanfu. How these women look like vampires incarnate. Humph. About 3 minutes later, Yun Yun left the battlefield with a coquettish snort. Zi Ling on the side also stood up with a blushing face. Just now, she saw Chen Tianqi and Yun Yun bite Fang Fan's arm one after another, and for a while, she didn't know where the courage came from, so she also came over and took a bite. It seems to be to imprint some kind of metal on Fang Fan. A few of you came to Chentian City to participate in the Chentian Secret Realm trial? Or did you participate in the battle for the power quota? In the distance, Liao Ping, the commander of the 1st Army Corps of Chentian City Guards, walked over with an embarrassed smile. Originally the enemy. But now that he has changed his body, he has become the object of his flirtation. After all, the relationship between Fang Fan and Her Royal Highness Princess Xi is well known. Although it seems that there has not been a result yet, since there is such a trend, Liao Ping does not dare to neglect it. The one in front of me is an existence that even Her Royal Highness Princess Xi dares to take down directly. The most touching thing is that now Her Royal Highness Princess Xi seems to have a reluctance to part with the man in front of her. What's the matter? Liao Ping took a breath. He didn't understand the world of the boss. He only knew that Her Royal Highness ordered him to protect Fang Fan's safety, and if something happened, he would not give up. Liao Ping is also rushing ducks to the shelves, and a dignified city guard army commander can only run over to do errands. Participate in the battle for power first, and then enter the Chentian secret realm. Fang Fan nodded and responded immediately. Please come here, in front of us is the guest house of our Chentian city. You can rest there for the time being. The power competition will be held 3 days later. When that time comes, a special person will take you there. Liao Ping led the way, with a low posture. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 1039. Fang Fan thanked them. After all, they all had no foundation in Chentian City. It was a blessing to have someone lead the way in a place where they were unfamiliar. Fang Fan. You are Fang Fan. Evil thief. Asshole. Go to hell. A figure suddenly flew over in the distance, the speed was getting faster and faster, and the voice was getting louder and louder. Fang Fan was stunned for a moment. What happened? Is this the rhythm of doing things? Master Yuchi. Don't move lightly. After Liao Ping saw the figure of the visitor, his complexion changed greatly, and he shouted urgently. But obviously, the comber never took Liao Ping into his eyes at all, but the speed was getting faster and faster. Get out of here, young master. I'm going to punish this bastard today. She is mine. It's my fiancé. The complexion changed dramatically, and the body also trembled wildly. Being in a busy city here, such a big commotion naturally attracted the attention of countless eyes. Damn it! Who is so bold to openly commit murder in Chentian City? Aren't you afraid that the city guards of Chentian City will capture it? SHH, you're blind. I don't know who that person is. That's Yuchi Ting, the young master of Yuchi's family. Yuchi Ting? Yuchi's family? That's the first-class force in Chentian City, second only to the Chentian family. It is said that the head of the Yuchi family also serves as the deputy city lord of Chentian City, and fully controls the military power of the city guards in Chentian City. So that's the case. The city guards belong to others. Who dares to arrest this young master? Huh, interesting. Why is this guy rushing towards here like he's going crazy? You didn't go to watch the fun outside the city just now? It's so noisy, brother. You haven't eaten such a big melon. What melon? I wipe. What's the situation? Big brother asks for advice. Haha, did you see that young man in a white robe? That's Fang Fan. Not only did she slap Her Royal Highness Princess Xi in Chentian City just now outside the city, but she also disappeared with Her Highness Princess Xi for more than 10 minutes, waiting for Her Royal Highness Princess Xi. When I came back, my clothes were disheveled and I was wearing a men's mink coat. These are actually nothing. What's more peculiar is that at that time, the white-robed director of the Chentian City Lord's mansion had erupted into a quasi-sage cultivation base and was ready to kill him. At a critical moment, Her Royal Highness Princess Xi actually forced him to death and saved his life. And he admitted that he was the consort of the Chentian clan. So that's what it is. Is this Yuchi Ting because of jealousy? He also likes Her Royal Highness Princess Shi. These are just rumors. It is said that in order to win over the Yuchi family, the Chen Tian clan really intends to marry Princess Shi to Yuchi Ting in order to achieve the purpose of marriage. After all, Her Royal Highness Princess Shi and Yuchi Ting grew up together, so they are quite familiar with each other. Tisk, no wonder this young master of Yuchi's family is attacking that one like crazy, it's pathetic. Hey, anyway, I think it's quite interesting, eating melons will make you bloated. Speaking of which, isn't the young master of Yuchi's family wearing a green hat? Actually, it doesn't count. There was no nominal or substantive relationship between him and Her Royal Highness Princess Shi at all. If you have to say the green hat, that's what he put on for himself, and he can't blame others. The turmoil in Chentian City is surging again. A crowd of melon eaters quickly gathered. Through the discussions of these melon eaters, Fang Fan also got a general understanding of the situation. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 1040. The guy in front of him came from the Yuchi family, a well-known family in Chentian City. Judging from the overall situation, it seems that there are still innumerable connections between the Yuchi family and the Chentian family. There are many connections between them. The young man in front of him is the young master of the Yuchi family, and has a deep admiration for the Princess Chen Tianxi of the Chen Tian clan. Seeing that Fang Fan and Chen Tianxi are getting too close now, he immediately becomes jealous and wants to attack Fang Fan. Probably this is the case. How can things between men and women be so complicated? In fact, Fang Fan is too lazy to deal with this kind of person, he has the time to toss, and Fang Fan is too lazy to toss. Fang Fan. The hatred of taking his wife is not shared by the sky. I am going to kill you. Whoever dares to stop me, I will kill anyone. Get out of here. Get out. Get out of here. One after another, the roars of the Hessians came, and the crowd of melon-eating people hurriedly avoided. They're just here to eat melons and don't want to get caught up in it. Isn't it good to eat melons in peace? Fighting and killing, how boring. Young Master Yuchi, you should stop, the distinguished guest Fang Fan is Princess Shi's guest. Liao Ping, the commander of the Qinqiancan city guards, had a helpless look on his face, and immediately stopped him from the side. As far as these two people are in front of him, whoever gets hurt will probably not be able to continue as a legion commander. One is the young master of the Yuchi family. One may be the future consort of the Chen Tian clan. When these two collide, who should I help? Will he help? The cold sweat on Liao Ping's forehead has just been removed, and now he must not start to show more cold sweat. I thought so in my heart, but I didn't dare to show it in my actions. Liao Ping. Get out of the way for this young master. Whoever dares to stop the young master today will be the enemy of the young master from now on. The young master will hate him for the rest of his life. Remember. It's between me and this guy. I'm going to fight him alone. No one is allowed to stop. Whoever stops it will die. As soon as Yuchi Ting said that, the killing intent in his eyes began to condense frantically, and he couldn't help clenching his hands tightly, and the sound of inhalation seemed particularly real. Today, he has become the laughing stock of the entire Chentian city. He is the young master of the Yuchi family, how can he be a laughing stock? He must stand up and let this matter completely calm down. Dare to grab a woman with him. Court death. As Yuchi Ting thought about it, the killing intent on his face suddenly began to condense frantically. In order to be able to marry Chen Tianxi, how much hardship did he pay? It took a long time to let the lord of the city let go and make a difference to him. Seeing this marriage is about to be said. But what about now? Everything is ruined. Totally ruined. His fiancée, whom he longed for, was actually held in his arms by someone else at this moment. Yuchi Ting's eyes gradually turned cold. Only by marrying Chen Tianqi, can his position as the young master of the Yuqi family be secure, otherwise, those wolves, tigers, and leopards in the family will completely devour him at any time. Liao Ping was roughly pushed aside by Yu Ting. If Liao Ping really wanted to stop him, it would be no problem to rely on his 9-star sovereign cultivation base, but, does he have the guts? He dare not stop? If it is really blocked now, things will really explode. This is the young master of the Yuqi family. If he is really hated by him, can he continue to mix in the Qinqiancan city guards? After all, the Yuqi family firmly controls the military power of the Qinqiancan city guards. Speaking of which, he is still begging for food under the hands of others.